Hi students, I'm Prakash, Chartered Accountant and acting as academic advisor in Masterminds. Just now your accounts exam got completed and I will not ask you how you have written your exam. I even request your friends and parents not to ask the same. In this short podcast, I would like to enlighten you the areas to be prepared in these last few hours of law exam along with the order of revision. I have made a similar podcast for accounting exam and I hope that you got benefited from the same. We received a wonderful applause for that video. Thanks to all the students who appreciated our job. Yes, you are busy, but still start preparing for law subject only after listening to this podcast. You will definitely get benefited from this podcast. Immediately after completion of accounting exam, first of all, stop thinking about that exam. Don't even open the question paper. If you can't control yourself, then throw the question paper away in the dustbin. Don't even discuss with anyone about the completed exam. Don't inquire or discuss the answers with your friends. You will generally trust the answers of your friends rather than your own. That's a general tendency of the students. Who knows who have written the correct answer? That's why instead of unnecessary discussions, simply ignore the exam that was completed. If you have not written the exam well, then come out of that bad mood and focus on the next exam. First of all, don't scold yourself for such poor performance. So don't take the entire toll on yourself. There will be numerous number of reasons for success as well as failure. So prepare for your next exam very well so that you can compensate the loss happened in this exam. Observe how a cricket team reacts when they lose one match in a series. They don't get disappointed. So they will work with still more energy and try to win the further matches of the series. You should also work with the same spirit, my dear students. If you can change the answers of the completed exam by feeling bad and scolding yourself, then please let me know so that I'll also feel bad for you. Forget about the past and focus on the future. If the paper is really difficult, then don't forget that valuation will be definitely liberal and ICAI may even add few marks to all the students. Even if you are able to score 40 marks in this paper, you may qualify this group provided you are able to score aggregate marks in the subsequent papers. That's why focus on the subsequent papers. Even if you score lesser marks in this paper, if any of the subsequent papers are easy and if you are able to score 60 or above, then you can get rid of at least that paper in the next attempt as you will get exemption in those papers. Even if you have attempted 65 to 70 marks properly, you may score qualifying marks. That's why please focus on the subsequent exams rather than thinking about the exam that was already completed. So based on number of additional sheets taken by the remaining students in the exam hall and the number of hours they have written the exam, never come to a wrong judgment that all of them have written the exam very well except you. My dear students, who knows what they were writing? So how can you come to such kind of conclusions just based on the number of additional sheets that they have taken? So come out of that bad mood and start preparing seriously for your law paper. Follow the same for all the subsequent exams. If you have written your previous exam really well, then come out of that joyful mood as you may get a challenging paper in any of the subsequent exams. Remember, at least one paper in each of the groups will be unpredictable. Now note down the areas which you need to revise in these last few hours along with the order of priority. First priority, so prepare guest questions in corporate as well as other laws subject. After that, you try to revise RTP as well as MTPs of this attempt as well as previous attempt as they are very important. So next one, prepare the supplementary material. If you are preparing in the supplementary material given by Masterminds, then you need not refer to the RTPs and MTPs of earlier attempt. So pay more attention on the recent amendments as there are very good chances of covering them in the exam. If you have fast track material, then refer it for all the chapters. If such fast track material is not there with you, then directly open the main material. So read one question after another and just refer the side headings of the answer instead of the entire answer. By the way, don't forget to refer the practical questions once as they are very important from exam point of view. Don't forget even to refer the mistakes committed by you earlier in weekend and revision exams so that you don't commit the same mistakes again now. While preparing all the above sources, first prepare other laws, after that prepare company law, because other laws is more scoring compared to company law. Of course, in both the subjects, you first finish high weightage chapters and then come to the remaining chapters. If you have not prepared any chapter earlier, instead of completely leaving it as choice, you at least refer past exam questions, guess questions and all practical questions. If at all you feel that you don't have that much time, yes, you can leave it, no problem. Never underestimate the importance of small chapters. If you have gone through the earlier question papers, you can notice that in majority cases, we are getting direct and simple questions from all such small chapters. Even if you have completely left a few chapters or few questions in some chapters as choice, you need not panic now. Majority of the students can't attempt more than 85 to 90 marks. The chapter you have not prepared may be left as a choice question. Who knows? That's why don't panic. So keep these following points in mind while writing exam in law subject. Your confidence is more important than your competence. Even if you know that the answer is wrong, try to write it confidently. So go to the exam hall after practicing writing for at least 30 minutes, because the challenge that you may face in the law paper is you don't find time to be enough to write for 100 marks. So if you practice writing for 30 minutes, from the first minute onwards, you will be able to write fastly in the public exam. Utilize the golden time of 15 minutes very carefully. If interested, watch this short video. I am leaving the link in the card section. Never underestimate the importance of presentation. Try to present the answers very neatly. So never start attempting compulsory question. Don't even read it at the beginning. You can comfortably score qualifying marks even if you are able to attempt at least 70 to 80 marks. How accurately you have written the answers is more important than how many marks you have attempted. If you want to know about Fast 40 rule to be followed while writing the exam, then watch this short video. I am leaving the link in the card section. Even if you face a tough question paper, don't panic. It's easy to qualify in case of a tough question paper. If you are interested to know more about how to handle such kind of tough or lengthy question paper, I am leaving the link in the card section. If you are interested to know the mistakes to be avoided while writing exams in theory subjects, then listen to this podcast. I am leaving the link in the card section. If you like this podcast, like it and share it with your friends. Also subscribe to this channel for a lot of useful content. After completion of each exam, we will make a similar podcast. Start your preparation for the next exam only after listening to that podcast. If you are still worried about the exam, you can directly interact with me on my mail ID mssprakash2012@gmail.com. In the comment section, leave your feedback and suggestions to improve this podcast. All the best.